Hey there, my fellow jewelry enthusiasts. Welcome to my channel, Memory Lane by Marie, and I'm Marie. If this is your first time joining me, welcome to my channel. What I do here is subscription bead box unboxings. I do bead hauls, do product reviews, as well as finished jewelry updates. So hopefully all of that will result in some inspiring finished jewelry updates. I want to say welcome to my new subscribers. I see you guys. I want to say hey, shout outs to my loyal subscribers, those of you who keep coming back time after time. I really do appreciate you, and I hope everyone is well and staying positive. What's on the agenda? What's on the agenda for today is our bargain bead box for the month of March. I am going to be sharing my finished jewelry update with you guys. The theme for that month was cherry blossom, and of course we are now into April, and I am behind and trying to get caught up, but it is difficult. That being said, we're going to look at some of the pieces that I was able to come up with, that I was inspired to make using this cherry blossom theme, and where many of the colors themselves are pink. I did not do an unboxing, and so just a quick recap of what Bargain Bead Box is. It is a wonderful monthly beading subscription where for under $20 you get a great array of beads, focals, findings, everything, virtually everything that you need to make some finished jewelry pieces. You get a coupon every month if you are a subscriber that allows you to go onto their sister site, Beadbox Bargains, and get more wonderful things, and you get to use the 30% off coupon. There's a Your Creations contest where you can enter what you've created for a chance to win an opportunity to shop there with their $25 gift certificate. So as I said, I did not do a unboxing, but I am going to share my finished jewelry update with you guys today. So that's on the agenda. So let's get into it, you guys. So first up, guys, as always, let me bring in the items that I did not use. I did not use these, one toggle clasp. And as you can see, this beautiful flower bead I did not use because, I don't know if you can tell right there, it's cracked. And so I couldn't use it. But as always, it can work as something that you glue onto something else. I did that before with another bead that cracked that was very decorative and ornate. And although I couldn't use the whole, it will certainly help to embellish maybe another, flatter focal or something like that. I also did not use these, what were they called? These were the branch drops, you guys. Because I imagine you could probably use one of them maybe to hang down on something. I don't know. There may be other ways that you can use it. This side of the drop has a larger end, so maybe you can hook something on it and wear it. But I didn't really feel up to trying to think of something to do with them because you can't, they're all facing the same direction. And so, yeah, I didn't use those. But that's about it. I didn't use this one bead only because it broke and one toggle clasp. That being said, I was able to create 4 necklaces and 5 pair of earrings and 2 bracelets. And we're going to start with what I refer to as some individual pieces because they really don't have a set. Well, I didn't plan them to go with this set. So first up is this pair of earrings, just a pair of drop earrings using, I believe, those 6mm cherry quartz beads, right? We had some 6mm cherry quartz glass round beads, and these were those flower bead caps. So just a simple drop earring. Here at the bottom, I used the circles from the toggle clasp for just a little dangle. In addition to this pair of earrings, I made this cute little charm bracelet. And I also used, I guess you could say these could be a set. You can wear them. And I say that only because this toggle clasp or this toggle circle at the bottom matches, you know, I've used the toggle clasp on this bracelet. And so here I just took a section of chain because this month we did not actually, or for the month of March, we actually did not receive chain. We received beading wire, which is something new. We have not received beading wire since I've been subscribing to the Bargain Bead Box. And so that being said, I used several of the beads that they included here. I used this double-sided blossom. I used more of those 6mm rose quartz beads. I used those pressed glass leaf beads in crystal with the AB finish. And I just created a cute little charm bracelet, which my daughter likes. I actually had to go find this in her room to show it to you guys on the video. So I think she's already staked her claim on it. That being said, that is the first bracelet. And of course, the second bracelet is one of my favorite items to make. You guys know this. It is a memory wire bracelet. And it is a 4-round memory wire bracelet where I used the 8mm rose quartz beads, as well as those natural rhodochrosite round gemstone beads in here. They kind of have, in my opinion, kind of like some brownish undertones to them, so I included that in my bracelet. So I added some wood beads. I added some tiger eye. I had some tiger eye in my stash. This is a faceted tiger eye bead, which I think is really pretty. And so I just brought in more silver from my stash. These are from my stash. I brought in more silver in addition to the rhinestone spacer beads. So they had given us some rhinestone spacer beads, and I included those in here as well. And I think it turned out really pretty. I think brown goes well with this, especially those rhodochrosite beads, because they just have undertones that look brown, and some of them actually look kind of beigey, and so I thought it pulled together really nicely. I used one of those blossoms on one end as a dangle, and then I just pulled a filigree like bead from my stash that I also included in the round as a dangle on the other end. And so these are what I'll call my individual pieces, because they don't really have a pair or they don't match anything. They match everything in the set. However, these were just individual pieces that were created as I got toward the end. And anybody who knows me knows that I love a memory wire bracelet. So almost always I am creating one of those. And I think it turned out really pretty. So those are my individual pieces. Consequently, you guys, I was able to create, I don't remember if I said that, but I was able to create 4 necklaces. I created 5 pair of earrings, which this is one of these, this one is included in the 5, and then these 2 bracelets. And I think they turned out really nicely. Of course, I incorporated some items from my stash, as we all do. And so, yeah, those are 3 pieces that I've created from March's Bargain Bead Box, where the theme was cherry blossom and the color was pink or cherry blossom, cherry red or cherry quartz, or all of those wonderful pink cherry colors. All right. Next up, you guys, is this cute little 1-strand necklace. Of course, I took some help from my stash in using these larger silver spacer beads, but I added them in just a simple pattern with the faceted, these were the 10mm cherry quartz faceted round beads. And so I just did an alternating pattern with my own large silver spacer beads that I believe I got from one of those product reviews, either L beads, N beads, one of them. And I paired them here. I used some of those bead caps at the top to cap it off. I added my own chain at the back. And here at the bottom, I created a focal using one of the chandelier findings and some of my own chain. So of course, you know, we did not get chain this month, but I added chain and I used it here. And I think it turned out really classic. Just a classic single strand necklace with a nice focal. Here are the earrings that match. I use those, another pair of those 10mm cherry quartz faceted rounds here, as well as these cute little, I believe they call them roses. Yeah, I believe they call them roses. These cute little pieces here that I added to the bottom of the earrings. So yeah, these were called those textured rose coin beads, and we got 4 of them. So I used 2 of them here. Again, I added or took some help from my stash. And 2 beads here, I added this kind of silvery faceted bead here, as well as this silver spacer here. And of course, these coordinate with the beads that are already here for a nicely coordinated set from our Bargain Bead Box for the month of March. And I think that turned out nicely, you guys. Next up, you guys, another set that kind of follows suit with the memory wire bracelet. These are those rhodochrosite gemstone beads where they have like these various shades of pink, but I kind of see like these brownish undertones, and even some of the beads that came in the collection or on the strand kind of have some brown or beige creamy looking tones to them. And so I took some of the brown beads that I had in my stash, more of those faceted tiger eyes, more wood beads. Even these beads here that I used to create the focal are shell beads that I got from one of my previous product reviews. These were some shell rounds that I received, as well as these beads here. And I just used some jump rings, a bail here in the center to create this focal, where it pulls in the brown tones from the pink gemstone beads here, as well as the browns that I added. And so that is just a set. At the back, I finished it with some silver spacer beads to pull in further silver. And because I had an odd bead left because the other one cracked, I just used this one here at the back just to add a little flair to this necklace at the back, at the neck. And so there is the necklace. And then I just created a simple pair of earrings that match the pendant at the front. And so those are just a simple pair of earrings that pull in this shape here at the bottom that also pulls in the browns. And so I think that is also yet another beautifully coordinated set using that theme of cherry blossom from the month of March for our Bargain Bead Box. Next up, you guys, is this cute little necklace where I've used those 6mm quartz beads, those matte quartz beads, as well as those rondelles, those rhinestone rondelles, and those really pretty hand carved shell flower beads. I think these are so gorgeous. And on each side, in some of them, the shading is different than the others. I tried to keep it consistent, but of course, if it's not, that just adds to the uniqueness of the piece. And of course, this is where I use that gorgeous cherry quartz glass shell rhinestone focal here. And I thought it was an excellent place to use these beads because it pulls from the flower that's actually on the focal. And so I just created this single strand necklace. I incorporated, again, those 6mm cherry quartz beads, as well as some of those rondelles, those rhinestone rondelles, and those beautiful hand-carved shell beads that picks up the shell bead in the focal down here. I finished it with just some silver spacer beads, and I used one of those toggle clasps that came in the subscription box that month. And so for earrings to match, I just kept it simple, and I followed the pattern of using the 6mm rose quartz beads and just a little rhinestone in between. I gave a little bundle of 3, and I think it coordinates well without overpowering, because I think the necklace is really pretty and the earrings should be simpler. I won't say should be, because there's no hard and fast rule on it. It just depends on how you want it and how much flair and drama you want. But for this case, I chose to go ahead and do a simple earring because I thought the necklace was just really pretty. I think this is my favorite piece out of the whole set. You might think you might not want to do both the focal and these beads because the focal is so pretty and you don't want to detract from it. But I think they just add to one another. They complement one another. And so I just opted for a simpler earring. And so there you have it, you guys, another beautifully coordinated set from this month's Cherry Blossom theme. So last but not least, guys, this is my final piece where I've tried to incorporate as many beads as possible. As you can see, this is on chain. We did not receive chain. And I hope it's not too shaky because I am holding it so that you can get a full view. But here I want to start with this focal piece that I created using both of, using 2 of the chandelier findings that were included in the box in March. And of course I included these beautiful pressed leaf beads with the AB finish, as well as this double-sided blossom, and I connected these 2 together. I created some segments here using those rose beads. These are those 8mm rose quartz beads. And then up the chain, you see I have incorporated some of those pressed leaf glass beads again, so that they coordinate so well with my dramatic earrings. I love these earrings. I love the incorporation of the chain in them. And they're pretty long. These are about 3.5, maybe 3 3/4 inches. And as a result, I created a necklace that was also long so that they're not competing too much up around your neck. And so I think this turned out well. I like this more substantial pendant that I've created down here at the bottom. Of course, as I stated, it is a relatively long chain. And so I think it turned out well, you guys. It is my last piece. And it's on here kind of crooked, but you guys can get the gist. I used a lobster clasp to close it, and of course there is also an extender at the back. And so I think that turned out well. Again, there is the pendant. I have some segments using those rose coin beads. And again, I love these earrings. I love just the dramatic flair of them and the incorporation of the chain. And so there you have it, guys. That's my last piece for March's Cherry Blossom theme using rose cherry or cherry quartz as our primary bead. So there you have it, guys. I want to end with a couple of my favorite pieces from this month's collection, and that would be this cute little necklace here that utilizes that beautiful pendant that they sent us this month, as well as my cute little 4-round memory wire bracelet. So these are a couple of my favorite pieces from the set, you guys. I just want to extend my heartfelt prayers and good energy and good feelings to everyone during this time. Again, I want to say thank you to all of my subscribers, all of those who can comment in the comment section and keep me encouraged. I want you all to stay encouraged as well. So as always, you guys, I appreciate you. I appreciate you. I appreciate you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And you guys have a great day.